just three guys. Reece cracks the match. Josiah fans the flame. Temple brings the hammer down. Say the names, say the names. House of the just three guys. Kick the door and the echo rise. Weekly still take a dark rise. Josiah Temple. House of the just three guys. Left in the dark when the dead all dies. Trapped inside once the chaos climb. This is your warpath life. Hot takes swing like a barbed wire belt. Truth is hard like the pain you felt. Three sharp tongues at a crooked table. Tear down this brick by brick. Unstable. House of the just three guys. Kick the door and the echo rise. Weekly still take a dark rise. Josiah Temple. House of the just three guys. Left in the dark when the dead all die. Welcome back to the wrecking light. This is your house and life. Good afternoon, everybody. 5:30 in the afternoon. On time. On time. Elements of what I'm trying to be better at, sort of. But welcome back to the weekly Steelchair, where it is me, Reece, host and owner of the channel. Good to see you all. We are going to be here until 7:45 p.m. Bang on. So when it gets to 7:45, we will be out of here regardless. It's good to see you all. Welcome back to the channel. Of course, they're not here yet. They know it's 5:30, so hopefully they're here soon. But today, it's plain and simple. It's Sakura Genesis, the review show. We're going to fire through, get through what we can, have some fun, and just do things the right way, because this is the weekly Steelchair. This is the channel where your opinions matter, where you guys are welcome, and we genuinely have fun. If you don't like it, that's okay. Like, that's fine. Like, this isn't for everybody, but if you want this to be for you, then stick around. We certainly hope this works for you. Well, hopefully Josiah hurries up, because I've told him he's hosting, so where is the little shit? Because it takes the edge off me. He better show his ass up here. Happy Easter to you as well, Chester. Happy Easter to you. And he is here. He's late, but he's here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Easter.
It is. It's a weird one, but at least everyone's here.
That's right. There is a lot to get through today.
There certainly is. There certainly is. And all that matters is you guys tune in, have fun, and respect the channel. Like, I feel like this has to be reiterated massively today. Definitely respect the channel. Respect who's actually a part of this channel because it's important. But I beg no bullshit today from anyone. Please, none of your bullshit. I've got no energy for people's bullshit. What's up, Carl? How you doing? But we have got a lot to do. We have the World Prediction Series, of course, to discuss as well. We've got a champion to confirm. Very close race as well, I will confirm. It was very close. Oh, if I go through it, I'll just get annoyed. I feel like if I mention it, I'll just get annoyed. And also, it's been really weird recently amongst, like, our resources that we use. Like, it's been really weird. Like, the Discord's been weird. Everything else has been weird. People are being indifferent. People lying about who they are. I can't have that on the channel, so I have stripped people of privileges for this, and they're not getting them back. So there's a hint about changes I've actually made to the channel. So if you still have a shield, then there's a hint. But I just want you guys just to be remembered that this is a channel that's meant to be for people. It's not meant to be a zone where you can take the piss out of people and exclude or lie about or of anything. This isn't a place where you decide all of a sudden where you're going to feel your personal agendas. We got someone in the chat called Armor of God. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, and I say this with respect. I'm non-religious. I don't particularly stand for or agree with any religion, except maybe Buddhism. But I'm non-religious, but I respect people's opinions to religion, respect people's opinions to faith and beliefs. So to yourself, happy Easter, and obviously to your own views, of course, I respect those just as long as you respect mine too. And Josiah's as well. Because Josiah's faith is simple. We have one God and his name is Sanada. He is the God of the Steelchair. He is our God. Hello, Tammy. How are you doing? Roisin as well. Hello. Happy Easter to you. Cause carnage, cause havoc. Send your husband here so we can speak, or should I say take him to wrestler's court. Because people won, sort of. I won.
Well, someone did win this time.
Yeah, of course. Like, I didn't win the predictions, I can confirm that. But I won. Josiah won. Tammy won. The people of Earth won. The people who stood for truth, justice, and the Callum Newman way. We were vindicated. So today we're going to take one man to court, and we are going to put him on steel court. He is going on the steel chair, and he is going to be judged accordingly. And we're going to ask him about this, and we're going to have fun with this. Because again, this is not about targeting or bullying. This is simply entertainment. Something that you don't see in WWE, for example. So there's one to you.
Or TNA, apparently.
Or you definitely don't see it in TNA. You definitely don't. All you see is troubles and torture, and not the kind that I advocate for. But we'll get to that. So, first things first, let's reveal the predictions champion.
Yes.
This person deservedly won this. They have been in a lot of predictions. They've worked hard. They gave good standout performances. So it's only fair that we play the theme that represents a victory. So let's do this
It's funny, I
properly.
don't actually think they're here yet.
No, they're not, but don't worry, because if they show, then we can run it back, or I can just simply tag them on Twitter. But, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way to formally prepare for a predictions champion. Before I pass over to the host, I'm just doing my last parts of this evening, and this is how we do it. Congratulations, Xavier, for winning the predictions championship. Very, very well done. Couple of results definitely tipped in your favor. I would say the one defining result for you that changed it was the junior heavyweight championship match on the road to Sakura Genesis. I think that's probably the one that tipped it in your favor, if I'm being really honest. But still, well done for winning this one. Larkbark, good to see you. Happy Easter to you as well, my friend. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome in, of course. But yes, your new prediction champion is Xavier. But which one will he choose? Will he choose the white strap, or will he choose the jam roly poly championship, as I'm calling it? We'll find out. We shall find out. But I suppose the best thing to do is ask the host. What does the host want to do? Because I'm not hosting it. I'm just sitting here
I mean, I
chilling.
think firstly, I think we should actually show everyone what their results were.
I agree. The highest score, by the way, for everyone who wants to know, the highest score was 6, which is not too bad. We had a lot of people tied on 5 points, and then there was a couple at the very end, and then one person who finished on 1 because they decided to play a horrible joke and then vanished. But I suppose that's kind of karma. I don't know. But we're there, at least. We're there. We're square, and we have fun.
Mhm.
But this is where we're at. So, Josiah, feel free to take it away.
Okay. So we're going to start with the Road to shows. And the first of the matches that we're going to talk about here were the tag title match between Unbound Company's Robbie X and Taiji Shimori and United Empire's Francisco Akira and Jacob Austin Young.
Mm-hmm.
And this match is pretty much the quintessential junior tag title match. Lots of fast-paced action, lots of cool tag team moves,
What's up, Nick?
and just good near falls, loads of jeopardy. Weirdly enough, considering their heels, not a lot of United Empire cheating,
Mm-hmm.
but pretty much there was, and also a result that many people didn't see coming clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a result that a couple of people didn't see coming.
Oh, yeah. I didn't expect
But I think,
Unbound Company to lose at all.
yeah, I didn't expect them to lose, and I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah, same here.
But that is until we've got to the post match where Kosei Fujita and Keith came out and basically decided that he wants another title match.
Mm-hmm. What do you make of that?
And this is something that I'm going to talk about once we get to finishing the junior heavyweight title thing, because it's a more of a grander problem that I have with this division as a whole.
And that's something you did want to talk about today.
Yeah.
Completely understand that.
What did you think of? But what did you think of this match, as like just as a match itself? Just
In terms of just the match, though, I did really enjoy it. I thought the tag team dynamic from both sides were really good. Sup Temple. I really enjoyed the dynamic between both teams. I thought both teams gave individual different elements to the match. Like I think, like for example, when Robbie X linked in with Jacob Austin Young, their chemistry worked really well. Whereas Taiji Ishimori and Akira's chemistry together was spot on. I feel like when Robbie and Akira linked up, or Ishimori and Austin Young linked up, it didn't feel as natural, or didn't feel as effective in contrast to what I've said prior. I do think, though, in terms of the result, it's the right result. United Empire at the moment don't need to win the junior tags. I feel like right now they need to focus on the heavyweight division, because if they want to truly establish themselves as the top faction in New Japan, they have to win the heavyweight championships first. They've already
yeah,
obviously come to it later on. They have nailed down the most important one, but for me, they
yeah,
can't be the top faction until they work all the way down. You can't go from bottom up. You have to go top down in New Japan. In
yeah.
another company, it makes sense to go bottom up to the world title. In New Japan, if you really want to prove you're the best, you've got to go from the
You've got
very
to,
top.
yeah.
But
Because
for
also
me,
when
the
it comes
standout,
to it, there aren't too many junior heavyweight like things on the schedule. It's
agreed.
pretty much just it's pretty much just the heavyweights with a couple of junior tournaments there.
I also think as well, I don't know if you agree, but for me, the standout of this match for me was Taichi Ishimori.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like this is his year. And I know people want Akira to win the junior tournament, and I get it. Best of Super Juniors, it makes sense. But for me, if Taiji Ishimori does not win the Best of Super Juniors, then it's an absolute disgrace. I'm sorry, but he's been the best junior for me in 2026 so far, and he had a great 2025. If he doesn't get the reward of the Best of Super Juniors, then the tournament's a waste. And I know people want Akira because they understand they've got a story there, but for me, Taiji Ishimori has a story of claiming the junior title, and then he's got to do the one thing that matters. He has got to topple Despi and then focus on defeating United Empire after beating El Desperado in a junior title match where he's the defending champion. For me, that's Ishimori's story. For me, that proves Ishimori can then move up to heavyweight in the next couple of years. And after that, Ishimori can go for the global title. Which is what I
that's
think, of course,
interesting.
but it's what I think, though. I mean, if people want to disagree with that, I'm okay with that. But I just think Ishimori, for me, he's in that. I'm not directly comparing him to Kenny Omega, but like he's for me, he's got that type of platform where we see where it's going, and unlike most wrestlers, I feel like Ishimori will live up to his potential of junior to heavyweight, and he'll go the right path. He'll go global title, then he'll go world title, and he does give me the look of a world champion that's serious. Like he gives me that vibe, you know.
I can see it, but my only thing with that is I don't know if the juniors are in necessarily the best shape to lose someone as big as Ishimori.
I
Because it's
don't
not like
disagree.
because I know you give the link to Kenny and how Kenny transitioned. I don't think that they trust the juniors now as much as they did back then,
I think
which is
that's
a
fair.
big reason why you still have guys like Kanemaru, Desperado, and
Hmm.
Ishimori still there.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think that's a whole negative in that sense. I do think you're being fair in that context. But I also think, though, like, the only way you can trust the juniors is if you actually bring in more juniors that make sense. New Japan have a
Yeah,
chance now to really try and revamp the division. If you don't do it now, then
yeah,
nobody will ever get a chance to progress.
exactly. And also, there's also the whole making better choices when it comes to the junior division, which we will get to
Which we're
when we
about to
talk
come on
about
to,
the next
funnily
match.
enough, yeah. But what did you
Yeah,
think, though? What did you think, though?
I
Yep,
thought it was a
that's
good
it.
match.
To be fair, that's a fair point, Temple. Yo is the new Shota of the juniors, failing at the big one. No, to be fair, Shota Umino has proven that he is a failure at title matches. He is 0-11 in title matches. Yo really has lost out big time. He should have won. He should have won at Road to Sakura Genesis. To be fair, Dookie did show up and Dookie absolutely dominated. But as we all said in the preview show, if you don't give Yo the chance now, you may as well never push him again into a title match. You can't keep rewarding failure. It's like telling Arsenal fans you're going to win something. No, you're not.
Yeah. And I guess now that we're talking about it, this is something that we can just roll into.
Yeah.
The fact that Yo challenged and failed to beat Dookie.
I think, like Temple saying, if Yo doesn't win the juniors title, then it's pointless. I think it's plain and simple. I think they've decided that Yo is never going to win it. It's like Finn Balor regaining a world championship in WWE. Like, it's just not going to happen, so people need to stop begging for it. I'm at that point now where, like for me, the preview show on Friday, for me, was almost like it was my... I've not given up on Yo as a wrestler, but I've given up on Yo as I will gladly want to see a singles title on you. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I will never predict it again. If Yo's in the match, I'm going to predict him to lose.
Yeah, because that's the only bit of evidence that we've seen this.
Yeah, and it's a damn shame because Yo is absolutely fantastic, especially with the fact is, like, because we saw it as well in the build-up, like, Yo and Sho have a great story together that necessarily doesn't need to be a championship story, maybe not, but I actually think it deserves to be a championship story. Sho versus Yo was last year. It wasn't the final, but it was last year. Yeah, it was really good. It was set from the year before though, so this is 2 years.
Yeah,
this is like 2 years in the making, and they fucked it up.
Yeah, and it's the same problem that I have with Master Water, where they do all of this building up to him, and then he loses as well.
I don't know about you, but I'm getting sick of it. There's another great junior wrestler I like. Well, he's actually a bit of a hybrid of junior and heavyweight, and he's in Noah. But it's sort of similar for, like, you build him up really well, and then you fuck him up, and then you build him up again, then you fuck him up. Yo and Sho and Master Wow all remind me of Tetsuya Endo. I love Tetsuya Endo. I've raved about him on the channel before. I think he's a phenomenal wrestler, but if you are not going to back him, and to be fair, he's been a champion before, but they never really got behind him where you believed it was going to be a run, and then they threw away on him. So I have the same vibe to them as I do Tetsuya Endo, and it's a shame because out of all of them, I think Tetsuya Endo is better out of all four.
Yeah. And this is my point that I wanted to make with the junior divisions.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the same people that you want to see win the titles get built up to be able to challenge for the titles, and then you don't pull the trigger on them, and they all the way go back down to square one.
That was Josiah said best Super Junior winner, but I definitely said G1. I absolutely said the G1 part. But yeah, Josiah definitely mentioned best. We mentioned both of them, actually, to be fair. But yes, you're completely spot on, Temple.
Yeah.
They can't always win the title, and they shouldn't. But
the
there
problem
are some who should.
And the problem is, particularly with the junior division, is that the person that wins the best of the Super Junior always loses. And that kind of takes away from the tournament, because, like, what's the
unless
point?
You're Hiromu Takahashi, or if you're fucking Jushin Thunder Liger or Prince Devitt, to be fair.
Yeah. But recently.
You're 100% spot on.
Yeah.
Like,
it's almost like what's the point in competing for and winning this tournament if the person that wins it is just going to lose?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I want to ask your opinion on this and tell me if you think I'm right. See the way they're doing it right now based on recent tournaments. It gives me the same shitty vibe as when Cena won his first WWE title at WrestleMania 21. And then conveniently, the WWE title never changed hands until WrestleMania 26 when he beat Batista. Like, over that 5-year period, the champion retained. Yeah, like, it's always the same link, dude.
Yeah.
Same StreamYard link.
Yeah.
Like, do you not get the same vibe? Like, I use that comparison because, like, it's something important, and it's now only because of one person that they will refuse to make the change. But then conveniently, that person's in the challenger spot, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to put it back on you."
No, although to be fair, John Cena was in a title match where the champion retained.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like in a one-on-one situation as well. Like he
Okay.
still had that, but you know what I mean. Like when he really was a bona fide favorite, he won it. Like, let's be real, he was booked as a favorite to beat Batista, even though Batista had the physical advantage. They booked Cena to be an outstanding favorite, which is wrong anyway. But you know what I mean. Like in matches where theoretically he didn't deserve to win. Like, did he deserve to beat Triple Beak? Maybe, maybe not. Did he deserve to beat Shawn Michaels? Hell no. Did he deserve to win against Orton and Triple H? Thankfully, he did not. He took the pin. WrestleMania 25, he was in the WWE title match, but it was Orton versus Triple H. The challenger should have won. Conveniently, he is a one-on-one challenger 5 years later, and he wins it against someone who was a better talent than him.
Yeah.
So I look at all the recent winners of the Best of Super Junior, and you think about that, they've all been directly better than the champion itself. Like, I'm actually going to bring up like the recent winners of the tournament, right? And I think it actually genuinely will justify my point. And also, congratulations to Nick Wayne and Jun Kasai for being the recent, the final 2 inductions to the tournament.
Yeah.
Especially Jun Kasai, right?
That's going to be wild.
Yeah. So let's look at this in a nutshell. Unfortunately, it's Wikipedia, but I have no choice, folks. All right, I apologize. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. Just be yourselves. I'm gonna share my screen. Exactly. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna prove a point, and then Temple should be here very shortly anyway. So, share screen. Okay, so last year's final, Yo beats Koze Vegeta in 28 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doesn't even beat the champion. Like, he fails to beat the champion.
2020. I don't even remember who the champion was. Was it Desperado?
It was Desperado, yeah.
Okay.
So that was 2025. 2024, Despi pins... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Despi pins Taiji Ishimori. So Despi wins that.
But he beat Sho, I believe.
Yep. Bushi was supposed to be in this tournament as well in 2025. And it didn't go well, but we had Robbie X, so it's okay.
And that's kind of led to the whole Robbie X that we have now.
Yeah, thankfully. So you've got El Desperado in 2024. 2023, you've got Master Wato beating Titan. Which would, to be fair, Titan just sounds better than Titan. Titan just sounds like he's been...
I thought Titan was going to win that year, me.
To be fair, I didn't think Master Wato was going to win. To be honest, see, that year, I genuinely thought it was going to be Leo Rush. Even though Mike Bailey was outstanding, I thought Leo Rush was going to win it because it made sense. 2022, Takahashi beat Desperado. 2021, Takahashi beat Yo.
Yeah. He did it 3 times, didn't he?
Yeah, that was nearly 40 minutes, that match. Then Desperado beat Takahashi in 30 minutes in 2020. Shingo Takagi beat Will Ospreay in 33 minutes in 2019. Yep. Which, to be fair, was crazy because he was unbeaten the whole way as well.
Mm-hmm.
The year before that, Taichi Ishimori beat Takahashi in 34 minutes, which included the perverted prick. I would have absolutely killed him if I seen him in real life. I'm not even kidding. And then the year before that, Ospreay beats Kushida. Like, each single time, I mean, to be fair, the year before that, Will Ospreay lost his first final against Taguchi. But see, in that entire period, you can't tell me that the winners of the G1 were definitely not better than the champions. They were 100% better than the champions, and yet the champion continues to win. Some of them deserve to, I get that, but some of these winners are absolutely, well, there's a word beginning with R and ends in D, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but that's what I'm thinking, all right? I'm not saying it on this channel. I hate that word, but it's the only word I can think of. Pathetic. I'll go with pathetic instead. That's a more valuable word.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue, Josiah. Good to see you, Temple. Carry on, Josiah.
So that was my first. That's my first gripe with the whole building people up to lose.
Yeah.
My second gripe, and this one is the more apparent one that I've got with this division, and it seems to be only specific to the juniors. It's always the same juniors, whether it be singles or tags, going for the titles, but there's no variation.
And what do you mean in terms of like not changing up, or they're not?
Yeah,
making
it's like it's always the same. Maybe say 2 or 3 junior heavyweights going for the junior heavyweight title, and it's only the same, maybe like 1 or 2, because they don't have that many tags anymore going for the tag belts.
That's fair.
And
Temple,
it's like, and it feels like it's a rotation, and
no, I think that's fair. Temple, will you echo those statements, or do you disagree?
We're talking about the junior tag division.
Just
both.
the junior division as a whole.
I think that the same people are just going for the same titles when it comes to the main junior tag division. And I know the rest that are not being booked in the junior heavyweight are just in the tags, aren't they? Because didn't Francesco Akira claim that he wants the junior heavyweight title, but he's in this junior tag match?
Yes, he wants to be. Yeah, he wants to be the singles champion. Yeah.
So being in the tag division with Jacob Austin Young is technically, what's the word to describe that? Contradicting itself or something?
Yep, contradictory. Yeah, absolutely. And this is, and the worst thing about it, I don't know if you lads agree, but it's not just the fact it's contradictory as well. It's the fact is like, if someone specifically says, I want to be a singles champion, and then they throw them into the tag scene, what does that tell you?
That they're not ready for the singles division yet.
No, not even that. I'd say it's more so that they don't trust them in the singles division.
But if you can't let them build that trust, why would you continue to book them? Because if you can't trust them to be a single, why would you even trust them to compete for this?
What if Francesco Akira said? What if Francesco Akira went into the junior division, ignored what the so-called booker said, proved the booker right, and become the ace of the junior division, and he could go back to his owners thinking, "Yeah, look what I just did," type of thing.
That's exactly what we're hoping for, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for with Taichi Ishimori. That's why I'm hoping that he wins the whole thing. But with Yo, it feels like Yo's too afraid, and that's why they don't.
Yeah,
I give up with him, mate.
I think we've all unfortunately given up on him. And it's a damn shame because he is outstanding. Like he is an outstanding wrestler, but they refuse to stick the rocket up his arse.
He's technically like that saying, isn't it? The bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, he's the Pochettino of Japanese junior heavyweight wrestling.
When it comes to Yo, the only point where you could have actually put the title on him, which made sense, was when Shaw was junior heavyweight champion.
Yeah, because the feud was there. It was
feud
perfect.
Was there to give Yo the junior title off his person who brought them both up, which was them together, obviously, with somebody you two don't like, but
No, I don't disagree.
which was Rocky Romero brought showing Yo into the New Japan through the Young Lion system. There was Roppongi 3K with Rocky Romero, where the Roppongi Vice turned into Roppongi 3K. Sho and Yo was partners. Sho turned on Yo. And then the story was there when Yo joined House of Torture was Yo had to beat the bad guy Sho, as in like brother type of thing. But obviously they're not brothers really, but you know what I mean.
But they're like blood brothers in a way. They're not brothers by blood, but they blood each other in terms of like they fight together, they train together, they work together, but they have fought together in the best way, and it's great. But I just hate the way that they diverted for this, and they diverted and put the belt on someone that this is going to sound incredibly harsh, but El Desperado has not deserved to be junior heavyweight champion since, in my opinion, 2021, 2022. Like in that couple of years where they had Sho as champion in that period and Takahashi, at least they bloody had stories that made sense. Desperado was just winning it because the fucker was going to compete in death matches, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can have a junior heavyweight champion that's a death match king." No, if you want to be the death match king, fuck off to JCW and go and do a 2-year excursion where we don't see your fucking masked face in New Japan.
Do you know who should have been? I know this is out of context, but do you know who should have been a junior heavyweight champion singles? You know when ELP, El Fantasma, won the J Cup and destroyed the trophy and disrespected Juice and Thunder Liger?
Yeah.
That was major heel heat.
It was great, to be fair.
I think he should have won the title.
They backed out on him as well, if you remember how that match actually went, and when he actually
and then,
got
like we've been
discussing,
match, the juniors that they don't give a shit about go in the junior tag. What did LP do? Won the tag titles with Ishimori.
Yep. And we all and who was the bigger star in that tag team anyway at the time?
Ishimori.
Exactly. And who's still the bigger star?
Ishimori, probably.
Exactly. And it's a shame. Well, to be fair, it's not really a shame now because ELP's a dick, but for ruining my predictions a couple of weeks ago. But he still is a quality wrestler, but he's another example of.
I think he should have not excursion to the heavyweight division too early. I think he should have dabbled it in a bit too longer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that I get to see an excursion into the heavyweights from Taichi Ishimori. I don't know if you heard it, but I was basically saying that I want Ishimori to win the juniors and sort of do the Kenny route where he feels like he's accomplished the entire set of the junior division and he feels like now's the right time. I'm going to naturally progress. I'm not going to rush. I'm going to build myself up on the first opponent and I'm going to work my way up to win my first singles heavyweight championship. He wins the global title, hopefully, Taiji Ishimori, and then he goes, you know what? 6 to 9 months, okay, I'm going to go in the G1. I claim he's going to win it, but he loses in, say, the quarterfinals. And then he goes, nobody's better than me. I'm going to become world champion. And then, boom, Ishimori fails the first time, but he wins it the second time.
It works for Shingo.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, though, for Ishimori, but I would love to see it because I think he's good enough to do it. And I feel like, but to be fair, Josiah did make a fair point saying if they don't do it because they don't trust the juniors, then what's the point? I was like, well, Ishimori should just go, fuck you guys. If you won't let me do it, then I'll walk across to
three people in the juniors, I think, should have moved up to heavyweight division like 2 years ago. Hiromu should have went into the heavyweight division. I know he's not perfectly for that heavyweight division, but come on, he's done everything in the juniors. Despy's more, he works bigger people on the indies and he's deathmatch and he's beating Junkie Side to Bellator post, so he's technically a heavyweight, really. And then there's Ishimori that you just mentioned. He's talented as hell.
Ishimori, I feel like out of the three of them, definitely would make the perfect transition. Takahashi, I know we've disagreed on it a few times before, but I think now that he has left New Japan, if he finds a way to become a heavyweight where he overcomes that constant losing streak, then it'll work. But if he cannot do that, then there's no element to him. But Desperado, like, it's a fair. I can't argue with that at all. I don't think there's anybody else in the junior division that I think could make the step up. I don't think Francisco Akira would actually do well as a heavyweight if he ever made that call. I genuinely think he would get his arse handed to him, maybe straight back down.
I think he's too scrawny.
Yeah, I think Robbie X would be a fantastic heavyweight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree, but there's one other name that I would absolutely put in the heavyweight division if he bulks up a little bit. Robbie Eagles.
Vegeta.
No, Vegeta, no.
He's only young. He needs some.
Vegeta needs for me at least another 7-8 years of experience. Whereas Robbie Eagles, I think he could easily do it.
I give
I think he's
Vegeta 3 or 4-ish. 4 at best.
The only reason why I'm saying 7 or 8 is just because of younger on his side, but also we don't know what the junior division is going to be like, say, 2030. Like, we don't know what it's going to be like in the next 4 years. That's why I would maybe put off. But if it's earlier than that, I'm not against it. I'm absolutely not against that at all. Anything you boys want to say on the rest
You
of
missed the
these
part
matches?
where
Post-match.
somebody came out and actually took the piss out of Doki for a little bit, which was funny.
Ah,
You was mentioning on when I wasn't here, I was watching. Don't forget, I was watching
that was weird.
Tiger Mask.
Aye.
Yeah.
Which
is the theme of this series, post-match things.
I like the moment. I liked it a lot because it's Tiger Mask is retirement, and you don't piss off Tiger Mask.
Is it
And
weird?
I also like that he stopped Tanahashi from putting the belt on Doki.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. I've got a weird tape. I feel like you both are going to hate it.
Go on.
There should be no more Tiger Masks after 4 retires.
No.
Yeah.
There's one in CMLL called Black
That's
Tiger,
fair.
but that's totally different, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fair, but I'm pretty sure that it's been confirmed that there is going to be another Tiger Mask because Tiger Mask is given
No, there's a
permission
Black Tiger in
or something like that.
CMLL. He's called, what's he called? Magnus or something?
Magnus is
the Black Tiger.
Yeah, he's like the dark essence of Tiger Mask.
And that's
He's
your
like
retirement match for Tiger Mask when it comes up.
it might be. I mean, we won't find out till July, but again, at least the good thing is he'll retire in Korakuen Hall. Like, that's been confirmed, at least.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like that's something they confirmed on the road to Sakura Genesis, that he'll be...
Probably why he's challenging for the junior heavyweight title for the final time, because he's retiring or something. Probably.
He might be scouting opponents, that he'll go like, maybe this guy I could have like one last time, but I want him to get an opponent that fits him, you know, like, but like, problem is I don't know who you would give him as that final opponent. I mean, to be fair, Black Tiger would work, but I want it to be someone who just goes, you know what, this is not to mug him off. This is your last match in Korakuen Hall. Maybe you bring in someone from another promotion he's worked in. I wouldn't be against that either, but like, you know who I wouldn't mind being his final opponent? Bushi.
But then he'd have to go to no.
No, you can invite Bushi over.
You think he'd go back?
For one night only? Yeah. Considering what he's done in the last week or so, he would gladly do it. He's been an absolute dick. He's been brilliant, though, to be fair. Bushi.
I did pitch where Hirimu would go. I would probably put him in Noah, tagging with Naito. I don't want to replace Bushi because Bushi's amazing, but what if Bushi actually trains the young guy that is with Naito now? A little bit of knowledge for the younger
he is
guy.
He is their confirmed protege. He's the young lion of their new faction.
So if Hirimu Takahashi comes in, he could tag with Naito in the heavyweights, and Bushi and the young lion dude could tag, and the young guy could get experience off Bushi as well.
Maybe
the juniors.
It all does depend on the upcoming tag match, because we do have an upcoming title match where Bushi and Naito are teaming up against Ozawa.
And his protege
the
as well, which is not Ogata-san, because if he finds out he's tagging with somebody else, Ogata-san will go sick.
Yeah. I've actually got I've actually gotten this guy I've actually got in the community tab, like he's at the tag match. Hold on 2 seconds.
And plus that Owada-san's due to come back yet.
Yep.
I think he's in
Although,
progress, I think.
to be fair, I burst out laughing when I seen Naito and Ozawa doing the Tranquilo pose together in mid 6-man tag match. They just burst out and done it together. Right, where is it?
Naito obviously sees talent and he likes to put over Mr. Ozawa because he's young and he gets it. That's why.
Naito's just the guy, and people need to wake up and realize that. Yeah, so it's I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure for the tag match it's Naito and Bushi versus Ozawa and Segura. I'm sure that's who the tag team title match is.
Segura. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is he called the chairman or something, or is it somebody else? That
No, that's Yoshitatsu. He's the chairman, and he's on my bad books at the minute.
Yeah, because he said something about the GHC Heavyweight Championships under WWE property. He's only trolling.
Oh yes, but he's still my bad books for that comment, the wee prick. Speaking of people who's not on my bad side,
Champs in the building.
hello, predictions champion.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Xavier? And yes, he is the new predictions champion. So welcome in, my friend. Hope you're doing well. But I'm looking forward to seeing it. I do think, to be fair, the next couple of weeks are big for Noah. Like, if they get this right, they will absolutely tear shit apart. But we'll see. But like, I just don't want them to waste Naito and Bushi's tag
Are we not
title
talking about Jake Lee's absolutely amazing ring attires lately of the Joker thing?
Oh, we will be bringing that up, don't you worry. Because he's really been nailing down his look. Like that sinister, macabre version. Like he's not essentially been Joker, but he's been Joker the Crow. He's been all sorts. I think he's living into that character where he's showing he's unpredictable. He is that hyperactive, comedic psychopath. Aye. And the best thing about it is we all love it. Dave Meltzer hates it. That's what makes it perfect.
Yeah.
For somebody that claims to love wrestling, he sure as hell hates Jake Lee, who's a great wrestler. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I mean,
Jake Lee's good at what he
That's
does.
like
He gets his characters what he does.
Exactly.
He's like the Japanese. I'm going to say this now. He's like the Japanese Chris Jericho. His gimmicks just change within the time.
Yeah, it's like saying you love wrestling, but it's like saying you love wrestling, but you hate like Kurt Angle, or you hate That's probably the best example. It's like saying that you love pro wrestling, but you hate Kurt Angle. That's what Jake Lee is. Jake Lee just gets the business, and if you hate Jake Lee, you're a fucking weirdo. Or better yet, it's like saying you love wrestling, but you hate evil. If you hate evil, there's something wrong with you.
That's why it's called evil, mate.
You're welcome, Xavier. You shouldn't. To be fair, you shouldn't thank me. You won the damn thing.
Everyone was, you know, when I know this, I'm going off script, but didn't we all know that evil was evil? Hence the fucking name.
Evil's just simply the best character in wrestling. Like
I knew that he was evil in LIJ. I knew one day that he'd turn to the dark side, which he was technically in the dark side. He just needed to get out more. As I like to say.
What Evil needed to do was realize, shit, look at what I'm wearing. I look like a court jester. Then he went, fuck this shit. I'm going to upgrade my clothes. And then he went from being a pleb to an amazing world champion.
In LIJ, he was actually a good wrestler in LIJ, though.
Oh, yeah, he was. But when he went to House...
guy, when he was tagging with Sonata, I think Evil were better than Sonata when they was tagging with each other.
Yeah.
And I still think it's a shame that they didn't revisit that in House of Torch.
I know, I didn't like that either. I wanted that as well. In the tag league, most probably.
We'll definitely come to Sonata later on too, don't you worry. But anyway, Josiah, get the ball rolling. Main card.
Right. Now, how do you want to do the main card? Should we just do the title matches and the important matches, or do you want to talk about the
8-man tag there with Aaron? Are we on Aaron Wolf's match next?
To be fair, I did say you can host this one, so do it the way order you want.
Okay, well,
like you're in control. I'm
in
just
that
the vessel,
case,
making sure we run
in
on
that
time.
case, I will talk about the 8-man tag, but briefly, because the only real thing that happened is Tiger Mask replaced somebody, and I don't think that Don Farley. Wait, no, Don Farley was in this match,
Yeah, Don
but
Farley was
Tiger Mask replaced Master Wato because of the
Yes.
whole challenge that thingy that he set for Doki.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that was just your typical House of Torture bullshit match.
Yeah.
Where Don Farley wasted everyone's time by existing.
It was a bona fide handicap match.
It was a bona fide handicap, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fucking waste of time because when you had the two matches that were, if you look at the prediction, like either side of it, the two 6-man tags either side of it, they were far better to watch.
The next match, I'm going to call out every single person. The next match, the 6-man tag with Ospreay, I'm going to call out everyone who says this same old bullshit about New Japan when we get into the 6-man tag, because I can't wait to do what I do right here.
To be fair, I'm about to shock. To be fair, I'm going to shock all of you right now. I'm going to shock all of you right now by saying this. This was better than that. That one right here was better than this. Yeah. And not by a margin. It was better than it by a fucking landslide.
Because that guy in the middle of the team.
Oh, yeah. But also there's the exact dynamic of Takagi, Ishimori, and Robbie X is so much better than Yuya, Taichi, and Despi as formidable opponents.
Yeah.
That did not click for me at all.
No.
And it was clunky. And this match required Will Ospreay and Hanare to realize that Great Okan's got the brain age of a 12-year-old and Taichi's got the legs of a 100-year-old, and it was fucking boring.
Can I just say something in my defense?
Taichi is a member of Team 150, so
true.
I guess that explains that.
Yeah, I'll let it slide a little bit, but go on, mate. What you guys say?
The 6-man tag, in my opinion, was better than the junior tag, or if you want to call it a fucking junior tag or whatever.
What, the junior tag title match?
The 6-man tag with Yuya, Taichi, Despi versus Ospreay's crew was better than Jake Lee's crew versus Unbound Company. I'm going to say why. The 6-man tag with Ospreay and company and his crew led into the main event, because they told a story in the main event and in this 6-man tag. Where after the match, Great Okan and Hanare said to Ospreay, we do things differently now because you left AEW to AEW. We do things completely different. Ospreay was like, no, let's keep it calm. Let's go back and watch Callum Newman in the main event. So Great Okan and Hanare thought, no, I don't want to listen to Ospreay, which was a good decision. You might not like Great Okan. People love Hanare. Hanare and Great Okan said, fuck Ospreay. We do things what we want to do now because you left us for AEW.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okan and Hanare said, we do things differently now. Fuck you. Basically.
No, I don't disagree. I do not disagree with that take at all. But I can also say as well, just to make a fair point as well, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But you're saying this here was better than that. Okay. But
it was better than that. I'm not saying the match was horrible. I'm just saying the storytelling in the 6-man tag was better than that one. The storytelling of professional wrestling was better.
I do agree. But here's the weird thing as well. That individual story also lived up really well, but this story also tied in great with this as well, because it also ties into the main event. It's weird that you had two matches that also stems from one story and that junior tag that all cross paths into the main event. I don't think they've done it deliberately. I don't think they've done this deliberately. I think they've done it by. I think it's the fact that smarter fans can recognize it
rather than.
I think it's happened in a way by accident. It's been done by accident, but it's been done perfectly. Where
Great O'Khan might be slow in the ring. Yes, he's slow as hell, but he can actually tell his story in a wrestling ring. Great O'Khan.
yeah, I won't disagree on that. Yeah, I won't disagree on that. But it is crazy that you've got two separate 6-man tags that have done really well based on the junior tag match on the day before, to then get to the main event that still told 3 separate stories to then tie in to what's following next. New Japan, for all the Japanese wrestling don't tell stories, they do. You fucking
They told
shit
3
tomatoes.
stories in one show.
Like, if you actually look at it in context of how a story is told, New Japan over Road to Sakura Genesis, the Sakura Genesis pre-show, and the Sakura Genesis main event show itself, they told 7 stories, maybe. And
Well, I mean, the main event
had
about 4 different stories in one, which we'll get to them.
4 stories for
the show on this show. They told 3 fucking stories in one freaking one round table, that I like to call, that led into the main event.
Which
was perfect.
What they basically did was, you know, when you've got like when you set up a PC and then you go into your settings and it shows your internet, it shows like your main device, then it shows like your internet connection, and then it shows you're now connected to the internet. It does like the 3 lines. You know, it does that. It has like the 3 points and it's got like line to line to line. New Japan have done it like that. And you can example is like, so here's the point. You've got me.
I think Leeds have beaten West Ham, by the way.
Who fucking cares? You've got right now,
and so it could be in Dundee. But
I'm not surprised. They're playing kids. It's what they do. You've
so
got
that's why they like it so much.
Probably. Normally, I'm in the circle because I like the center of attention, but I'm not. You've got me in the square. Links to the circle, that's story number 2 or story 3, depending on how you do it. You then get to the rectangle where Temple is at the minute. There's your final stories, and they're all going to formulate to one big fucking chapter. Newsflash, WWE, this is how you tell stories.
It doesn't have to be, you know, when I said storytelling in an actual wrestling ring match.
Yeah, like match-based storytelling for me is is why I prefer match-based storytelling, because you can tell a story by wrestling. It doesn't have to be hundreds of hours of promos. You can do 2-minute promos, but still tell a story based on a match. One of my favorite wrestling stories in recent years was Will Ospreay failing to hit the fucking Tiger Driver, which I called before everybody else. You can go back and look.
I liked it when people actually. I like it when somebody actually speaks in a wrestling match. You know, when somebody's getting kicked the fuck out of and he's like, they're fucking giving him digs, speaking to him. Don't know whoever does that in wrestling, but that's perfect for me.
Not a lot of it happens, but like, but I predicted after the what match was it? Yeah, it was the Bryan Danielson match with Will Ospreay. And he hit the Tiger He hit the Tiger Driver. I mean, to be fair, the whole time I was thinking of like, oh, he's gonna hit. He's picturing Tiger Mask. He hit the Tiger Driver on Will Ospreay, and I was on a show the following day reviewing it. And the first thing I said was, I guarantee you, they're going to tell a story where Will Ospreay will not hit the Tiger Driver until he has to be pushed to the edge. And who was the first person he hit the Tiger Driver on after that?
I think it was Will Ospreay on Kenny Omega, wasn't it?
It was Will Ospreay versus MJF in London. When he beat him for the international title with the Tiger Driver in the middle of the ring. He went a full year without hitting the Tiger Driver, and it was a brilliant story. And that was based on, I'm not going to hit a move, which is why Kevin Owens pissed me off when he refused to hit Cody Rhodes with the package pile driver. The pussy.
No,
because it was just no, but he did it wrongly. Like, it's the way he done it. It was like you had it, you ruined it, you pussied out, and then you went, oh, I might just do it. Then straight away you done it. No, fucking stick to one or the other. It was going great, and then he fucked up because, well, to be fair, he probably didn't get his medical insurance.
Probably that's why he's injured now.
Exactly, dumbass. But he had a good chance and he bottled it. But New Japan on one show have told more stories in one fucking event than WWE has done since, I'm going to say this boldly, 2009.
I did like
Exactly. Absolutely, Xavier. Spot on.
Do we have to talk about the Bishamon match? Fuck me, it's like torture most of the time.
Yes, we do.
We have
before we get to that, there is a big thing to talk about. After the 6-man tag match, backstage, Ospreay, Great Okan, and Hanare declared that they're going for the Never 6-man titles.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Huh?
Yep. And we know what that means as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least what we're hoping for.
Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi. Oh my God, Hinari and Bolton. Jesus Christ, in the same ring. Christ.
This man here is going to end up turning heel very, very soon. And when he does, I can't wait. I cannot wait for Will Ospreay to turn heel. But anyway, this 6-man never openweight tag match.
I couldn't give a single fuck.
We don't really need to talk too much about it, apart from the fact that the champions retained.
Ren Narita should be in the fucking. Ren Narita shouldn't be in House of Torch, you know.
We've been saying this the whole time.
Ren Narita should be in TMDK. I don't know. I'm just saying it. Ren Narita should be TMDK.
I actually think he should be without a faction, just like Shibata. Ren Narita doesn't need a faction. He can beat anybody on his own, but he's turned into a bloody goof that I just do not care about him anymore.
But yeah, we don't really need to talk about this match too much. All that really happened was the champions retained, and Bolton demands a rematch with Narita.
I hope he beats him. I hope Bolton or Legs the king of the open weights, hopefully.
I want him to do it, but I want him to do it in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
To avenge Adam Wolf. But that's what I want to see happen. But speaking of avenging, it's a match that everybody predicted and everybody got wrong.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Katherine didn't go for a draw, considering that she loves both of these so much.
It's because Katherine was too busy thinking about which one isn't going to tie her up. Neither.
I'll be honest, I was bored with this match.
I actually thought this match was pretty good.
I didn't hate it.
And this is the only match that I'll say Takeshita, it bored me to death.
What I found offensive was there was somebody, there was a media on social media that was actually trying to say that Takeshita's useless in a 50-minute match. And I was like, you don't watch wrestling at all, do you? Oh, speaking of Katherine, she shows up.
Oh, hi.
It's because Katherine shows up immediately as soon as the rain gets bad here. It's almost like the piss has flown out.
Can't say that word, V. She'll get, you know what I mean?
No, I said piss. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, you forgot. Oh, by the way, guys.
Oh, by the way, guys. Oh, don't even get started on that. Oh, it's
by
2-2.
The way, guys. Today's rain in the UK, Manchester is absolutely fucking pissing it fucking down. You know what I fucking mean?
Do you want to know what's funny? The West Ham fans were actually leaving the stadium until they scored the first goal, and then they all came back in.
It's the same player that we're after as well that scored the first goal. So
Sorry for swearing though, you know, because I can't do that with the weather.
No, it's okay. I mean, for some reason I can't swear about the weather, but it's funny. We've had all sorts of weather today. We've had rain, snow, sleet, hailstones, rain. It's been a day of paradise, but apparently if I say anything about the weather, apparently I don't have dignity or class or pride. But again, who the fuck cares? Oh, sorry. I meant who honestly cares? Oh, that's us. I digress. I can't swear about the weather.
It's the same in Sheffield. Probably raining pigeons there, love.
Colin Carl Love. Okay.
I can see the sun outside.
You London bastard.
It's been great. It's been great this whole week.
How many draws have the TV's out on though?
There's been 2 in recent months. Yes, there's been 2 major draws.
Yeah, and then there's also been the AEW draw.
And one backstabbing Judas. ELP.
Not talking about Chris Jericho either.
No, it's just ELP's a backstabbing Judas.
Because you lost in predictions, isn't it?
Aye, it's because I lost the predictions. I would have won if you had been a
because he gave Takeshita 5 more minutes.
Exactly. Who the hell does that?
John Moxley.
It's probably the only 5 minutes Takeshita gets that back arm, so bless him.
Well, yeah, because he kicked his wife in the face the other day.
That is true. That is true. He absolutely mugged her. Although, not the first time.
What did you say? Somebody that on social media said Takeshi can't fight for another 15 minutes. That's why he does these matches. Like,
no, someone said that he couldn't go 15 minutes without using rest holds. And then they questioned why New Japan gave him G1 thing.
Even though I think it's...
So why did New Japan give him the G1 one then? It's technically in the final 60-minute time limit and it went like 40-something minutes, you tip.
Make it make sense. It's why we... It's that post when I called out saying you've got to be kidding when you said, oh, he's probably go back to being a penguin. Like, it was that person saying, oh, it's like, it makes no sense. Like, it genuinely does not make any sense. And I'm sorry, but they want to complain about Takeshita using rest holds when that's all you get in WWE unless it's an AJ Styles match. Like, make that make sense. Jesus Christ, Dan.
I wasn't shitting from my ass either, Dan. It's your fault.
Jesus.
I caught it off you.
Jesus Christ.
I caught the flu off Dan. Through Mike, it was. He breathed and I just incited the illness inside of me and then he didn't hear me for like 2 to 3 days.
Fair enough.
John's fault, basically. He was the last person I actually spoke to since I got the illness. So blame it on Dan.
Fair enough. But yeah, Katherine, of course, you're live in over an hour, so I hope you're ready. 8 o'clock our time, 3 o'clock their time. No excuses. You asked for 3 o'clock, you get 3 o'clock. Well, I can't do 2 o'clock, so I'm at church.
Who's next in line for the TV title?
It's funny you say that.
Very funny.
Well, not quite. Not quite. Next in line is Chase Owens because he attacked Takeshita after this match.
But who is in that mysterious mask that everyone in promotion land loves to fucking do according to every promotion?
Well, Josiah, keep your mouth shut because I have a good theory. And it's the only person that makes sense for me. Underneath the mask, it fits the guy perfectly. It must be... Hurry up and fucking let me. I said, let me share, you piece of shit. Come on. Why won't you let me switch tabs? Stop your bitching. I don't bitch, I boss. And you shut your hole. That's who's under the mask for me. It has to be Sonata.
I thought it was going to throw a lengthy break. Wink, wink.
To be fair, a lengthy break to him could easily just be a month and a half, 2 months.
Well, to be fair, he's not almost 4.
I thought I had a theory that Okada's fucking with Takeshita still.
I think if it is Okada, then fine. But I don't agree if it's Okada under. I don't agree if it's Okada under the mask because it doesn't fit his MO. Where at least with Sonata, it does make sense. The reason why I think, and this is why I was
what if he revisits the I pressed the wrong button, but he says, I pressed the wrong costume.
I just feel like it doesn't. The reason why I don't think it fits Okada is Okada isn't about treachery. People have betrayed him, but he still beats people either clean or dirty, regardless, by showing his face. Sonata has betrayed every single faction he's been in, and there's even done that whilst being hidden in the shadows. That's why, for me, it makes sense for Sonata to be under the mask, because when he comes back, And I think Evil's going to be there with him. I don't think Evil's going to WWE. I think Evil's staying in New Japan as well. Sanada, I think, is the one that makes sense because Sanada's going to come back, lay claim to House of Torture, and then Evil's going to come back, and Evil's going to be the one that puts an end to House of Torture. But it's going to be him putting an end to it with Sanada beside him. I think Sanada's the first domino and Takeshita's the first victim. That's why I think Sanada's the one under the mask. It fits him more because
technically you got a point because didn't that was introducing the members in Los Ingobernables de Japón?
Yes,
originally.
Exactly.
Because when Naito made it, went from Mexico back to Japan, Sanada was in the same mask. Evil was, Bushi was, Andrade obviously was.
And then remember how Shingo joined as well. Shingo came out in a hood and a mask.
Yeah.
Like it fit perfectly. That's why I was waiting to speak to you on this one rather than doing it over Twitter, because then I can go, this is why I think it's this. Because for me, if it's not him, I'll be gutted. If it's Okada, for me, I feel like that derails their AEW feud.
But then if it's not him, who is it?
If it's not Sanada,
it's Okada then.
I feel like
I like the way where Okada's just fucking with Takeshita to me. To the point where Takeshi's just going to flip the lid, innit? And that's where you bring out the vicious side of Takeshita that beats Okada.
Yeah, which I kind of I do understand that, and I do see where you're coming from in that way. But I think the only other person that it makes sense.
But I like yours because it goes back where they all came from.
Yeah, and that's why I want it to be this. That's why I want it to be Sanada more than anything. If it's not Sanada, I still think you can have a Don Callis family member, but I don't think Okada. I think the only other member of the Don Callis family where I would actually like it to be under the mask is Andrade.
Because it fits into the old LIJ stuff.
Yes. Okada would do it to his face. Okada would simply just hit a Rainmaker and deck him. Andrade would deceive him.
Tranquilo, take your time.
and it also ties into the whole United Empire heavyweights getting titles.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like tranquilo.
Now do you see why I want it to be Sanada more than anything? Like, it just makes sense. And unlike some people, if I'm wrong, at least I'll just say, you know what, I was wrong. But at least I've pitched something that makes sense. I don't see any other, like, apart from the Okada pitch, what I get, nobody else is saying anyone else that genuinely makes sense. Like, I saw someone this morning saying, oh, the one under the mask. I don't know why they even thought this. I saw someone saying under the mask that the person is fucking Takahashi, Yujihiro. And I was like, how can it be Yujihiro Takahashi? He has got no links. He's got nothing to do with Takeshita. He never has. Yeah. He never will.
Well, they had a match the other day there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, he's not going to be like in that backstory.
It's the exact same mask that this person was wearing, Xavier, was the reason why LIJ formed back in the late 2000s.
And it was phenomenal. It was a great build and it was a great development. And the lore's great.
I hope this ends up with having House of Torture not anymore, please.
I think it's leading up. I think that's what it's leading up to. That's why I think Evil is still technically with New Japan. He's just doing the same. He's just taking a break. This is his faction. It's only fair that he kills his faction.
Or a close friend does it for him.
Sanada.
Yeah. If I can't kill the creation that I created, then my best friend can, Sanada. Yes. What if really Sanada was like the instigator of Evil's turn on Naito as well? Never know. Really? Long-term booking type of thing. Never know. That could be decent as well. Sanada could actually jump up to Noah as well.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of that. Hiromu and Sanada. LIJ, Noah.
I can't see Sanada in Noah, though.
They did the same thing with the MASH things, revealing that young lion dude. Exact same thing if you actually look back and compare the masks to each other. Complete the same.
But that's because they'll never step away from that. They'll never step away from that gimmick.
But I like the way how they did it with the background of LIJ, but there's too much mask stuff in wrestling now that it's overkill, in my opinion. But that's just me. I like the LIJ back history stuff with it, but in wrestling in general, the booker loves a masked assailant.
Mm-hmm.
They do it in WWE, AEW, all around.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone does.
No, it's true. No, I don't disagree with that. For me, it has to have a relevant point. If you're just wasting it because it's a mask, then you've killed the whole concept of a mask.
If the person in the mask has, like, I don't know, like we said, LIJ stuff, because that's how they debuted. Long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
Long-term booking. I hate that word, but you know what I mean. And then it's perfectly okay to do it. But if it's just the mask guy and it ends up being, I don't know, Don Farley or Dick Togo just in the mask pissing everyone off.
It can't be Don Farley. That person
too fat.
is way too slim.
Yeah.
Or Dick Togo pissing around.
Too short.
About. What if it's just Dick Togo fucking about? That'd be a well sniffer, wouldn't it?
Dick Togo's too short for whoever that was.
I don't think there's genuinely.
But always the mask
else.
guy's not really the mask guy that you think it is, though. It's always switched around in sometimes.
Well,
I feel like for this one is yeah.
So technically, the mask guy there wasn't really Sonada; it was a decoy, thinking it is. Oh, who do you think it is? Oh,
I genuinely think the person's in. I genuinely think the person's in the mask will be the same person that's revealed. I don't think you'll see a change in the frame or the body size, body type. It'll be the exact same person. I think they won't change it. That's
fucking shit, son.
That's, to be fair, that is what New Japan does well. To be fair, a master assailant, to be fair, in New Japan at least is the same. It's the same size, same weight.
I know you can't see my face at the minute, but I think me and Reece have got the same t-shirts on. What the fuck?
I don't know. It's up.
Lost Inga Nobly's shit.
Yeah, I'm wearing my LIJ shirt. Yeah,
I'm wearing the red. I'm wearing the red version. You know, the red writing version.
Yeah, I prefer the black and white, but the red one's nice to be fair. But speaking of disappointments,
well, at least it returned.
No, I'm going to speak about Rohoiwe Oiwa. Oh, what a fucking disappointment he is.
Oh, what's wrong with him now?
He was awful in that tag match. He was awful, and I hate the fact that he said, "Oh, I'm such an inspired submission wrestler. I have all of this," and then what happens? Fucking muggle. If you're saying you're XYZ and then you get humiliated, you are done for. Rohoiwe Oiwa, absolutely love the guy, but you have lost bonus points with me. He's got to redeem himself with me now. Awful performance against Knockout Brothers.
Can we just say that Knockout Brothers are the best tag team in the world? Am I convinced to say that, or am I just talking shit?
Yeah. No, it's a fair shout.
They only have one competitive tag team that can genuinely lay claim to them. So yeah, I agree. There's only one tag team.
Who's that other team now?
Naito and Bushi. They're genuinely the Naito and Bushi are still genuinely one of the best tag teams in the world. But that shows how good Knockout Brothers are.
Mm-hmm.
I said probably, yeah. I said the best in my opinion.
There's nobody in this. There's no one in the States that are as good as them. No one.
No one in AEW or WWE that are better than Knockout Brothers.
100% agree with that. I 100% agree.
Even your beloved Young Bucks, FTR, your beloved Usos, if you fucking like them retards, or New Day.
Who likes
what other
the
teams?
Usos?
Fraxium.
Yep.
What other teams in AEW? I don't know. Did they even have a tag team?
Copeland and Cage, Speedball and Kevin Knight. None of them.
Many of these people.
Jurassic Express. Yeah, none of them are as good as Knockout Brothers. The Hardys as well. Knockout Brothers clown them. Knockout Brothers should just go. Yep. You know what the Knockout Brothers should do? They should do what FTR did in 2022.
Just go over and
just go worldwide.
Just go and win tag team championships in front of them and just go, this one's mine and that one is mine and this one is mine and that one's mine, and just hold them all and go, fucking come at us. We're the real belt collectors.
No. Oscar holds all the belts, and then you get Utah Ice to say Bomber Clark every time.
Now, what they should do, because that part's funny. You get Utah Ice wearing a Bumba Clark shirt with all the titles printed on it in like top down, and then you've got Oscar, who's actually wearing all the championships simultaneously. So Utah Ice displays them on a T-shirt. Oscar's got to carry them because they're too heavy for you Ice. He is really good though. He was excellent in that tag match, but the standout again was Oscar. Like he is having a great year. He is having a great year so far.
Would you say he's the best big man in wrestling?
If
you were going to put him in the top 5, would you be in the top 5?
In the top 5, probably, yeah.
Top 3?
No, I don't know.
No.
It depends. Who are you saying right now is the top 5 for big men? Like, if you had to nail down, for me, number 1 is Brody King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brody King.
Number 2, who would you say?
Oscar. Number 2.
I mean, I'd still have Lance Archer in the top 5. I think he's
not exactly
been
relevant.
a lot more.
Like,
well, no, he's been a lot more relevant this year.
Yeah, and he's actually been other shows where he is actually getting a chance to wrestle more, and that is helping him. I would have him in that. I don't know if he's in the top 2, but he's definitely in the top 5. I agree with that. I would say Kiyomiya. I would say Kiyomiya and Noah. He's been bossing it for Team 2000. Yes, he is.
Kaito Kiyomiya.
No, not Kaito. Yeah.
Masaki to me. I'd say that.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
He's been killing it for Team 2000X.
He's underrated as hell, him.
He's awesome. He's awesome. Yeah, he's in my top 3, 100%.
Would you class Alpha Wolf as a big man? Because he's big.
No, I'd say he's.
I'm guessing you're
not
not including Moose in this top 5.
Well, Moose can bend over, and I can stick a fucking chair right arm and just chuck him in a canal. I think Oscar's 4th. I would say Oscar's 4th.
I'll take that.
And then I would say Lance Archer's 5th.
I'll take that.
Where would you put Jelly Roll then? Because he's actually been pretty.
I will
decent.
kick you off this show if you say his name one more time. Fucking Jelly Roll. What are you playing at?
That's a fucking dessert I get from fucking Pound Bakeries or something like that. Jelly roll. Would you like a jelly roll? Yeah, fucking.
That is terrible. Even for you, the trolling. That is terrible.
He's actually not been terrible. He might not be. He might not be right over athletic.
Stop it right now. Stop it. You are absolutely terrible with this.
I'll finish with this
shocking.
sentence. I'll finish with this sentence. 3 celebrities in one of the biggest events in wrestling history. 3 celebrities.
Oh, no, there's 4. No,
2
there's 4.
celebrities, 1 commentator, and Aisha Speeden.
No, you're missing one. There is another one you're missing. Some random I've never heard of called Lil Yachty.
No, he is one of the celebrities that Temple mentioned.
All right, fair enough then.
I've been away for 2 days. Woke up once with my illness. I had a bit of a fucking scare of COVID, or whatever. But I didn't have a bit of stupid man flu. Came back after 2 days. Randy turned heel. Freaking Pat McAfee turned heel. Did a promo, which was I watched it and thought, I get what he's saying. He's technically taking the piss out of the IWC basic in his promo, but the wrong person said it. I'll say it now. The wrong person said it.
It was horseshit. I swear. See, I better see Katherine actually. If I don't hear Katherine criticize Randy Orton on today's show, I will absolutely die
I'll
of
just say
shame.
this one more time. We'll continue with the New Japan stuff, right? I'll say this. The delivery on that promo by Pat McAfee was brilliant, but the wrong person said it. Do you know who should have said it? Two people. Randy Orton himself, the 09 version, him looking into
That's
a
it.
mirror, or Kevin Owens. Because, yes, he's injured, but he can still speak. He's good on the mic. Could have used those two. Orton
I'm
09
just
looking
not
in the mirror,
sure.
or Kevin Owens. One of the two, not fucking Pat McAfee.
You know, that's the whole thing. I generally just haven't got a clue anymore.
I
But
don't have to anymore either.
that whole segment is why I'm not watching any WWE live TV for as long as I physically can decide. I'll make a call.
I didn't
Like,
watch wrestling for a good 2 to 3 days and then came back and I see all this online. I was like, what the fuck?
It's generally been the worst week of wrestling so far this
Apparently
entire
SmackDown was the
entire year.
worst SmackDown rating
Yeah.
in the world, and then Cody Rhodes started going on his promo, actually saying something about it. I was like, what the hell about that?
See all the people as well. This is actually like something I'm not even gonna hold my hands. Like I'm not even gonna care. See for all the people that are just blaming TKO for this. This channel's not for you because you are brainwashed, and I can't save you. Like I'm physically making that clear. If you're blaming TKO for all of WB's bad creative, I do not want you anywhere near my channel. I do not fucking care. Like I put on a tweet that I did. If it's the creative, if the creative is shit, it's down to the head of creative, not the overall company owner or whatever. If it's TNA, it's fucking Delirious, Silva, and Dreamer. If it's WWE, it's Triple H. If it's AEW, it's Tony Khan. If it's
Yeah, but
Noah,
he's in charge of
it's
Triple H,
Matafuji.
though, that's the thing, isn't it? He's TKO is in charge of Triple H. Whatever Triple H says, he has to go through TKO to even get approved.
He is still head of creative regardless. He
So
should still be able
is
to present.
technically saying, give me your creative, we will approve it if it's okay for live TV. That's what TKO is there for, I think, anyway. In my opinion, I just think TKO actually kind of fucking Triple H over.
He will never be good enough, though. Regardless, he will never be good enough. And when people finally wake up and hold him accountable, then that company might actually get good creative and good product. Until that happens, WWE is dead. Like, plain and simple. Like, until that happens, I want nothing to do with them.
WWE's already dead. There's 4 celebrities or 5 being on WrestleMania main card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know when I say
And-
it's Sesame Street? Now you don't understand why.
This close to Mania as well is diabolical. Exactly, Carl. Exactly. Like,
I'll probably give Triple H a next.
he'll be gone after Mania. Like, literally, the
I'll
clock
give him
is...
some credit. I'll give him 16 months and he's out by Vince comes back and then back to square one again. Because you know it's coming.
To paraphrase a segment from a couple of years ago, the sand clock is already ticking on Triple H, but this time Karrion Kross's character can't be ruined by him. He is done, Triple H. He's done. I cannot wait for him to go, like, because he is just as bad, and no wonder that Road Dogg went, this is shit. It's high time someone hold that muppet accountable. And I'm sick to the back teeth of it.
You might be just TKO in Triple H's there though.
Well, if they're in his ear, he should have the balls to say, no,
yeah,
this
but
doesn't
TKO are
work.
technically his boss. Triple H just books and he has people under him. TKO are Triple H's bosses.
His boss is Nick Khan. His
Technically,
boss is,
he's in charge of TKO. Nick Khan,
no,
yeah.
that's Ari Emanuel.
No, Ari Emanuel is.
Well,
his-
technically,
but
that's Triple
report-
H's boss, though, isn't it?
No, that's already been confirmed. Triple H's boss is Nick Khan. But like that's who he
And who's
reports
Nick
to.
Khan?
Nick Khan's
TKO.
boss is Ari Emanuel.
Yeah, they're completely separate in terms of like how they handle things. But like they've already said Triple H's in charge of all the creative. Nick Khan just operates other things with him. But in terms of who's in charge of the creative full stop, it's Triple H. The buck falls with him.
So technically, if Triple H said, "No, I don't want any celebrities for WrestleMania such and such," and the TKO board say, "Yes, we want 4 celebrities," Triple H can't say, "Fuck off," can he?
He can say, "Then I'm not going to use them in main. I'm not going to use them in this way. I can use them differently. That doesn't affect main stories." But he adds them to main stories because he thinks it'll improve it. It doesn't.
And then TK is like, "We want to use these celebrities in these matches because it draws ratings," which it does, because let's be real, celebrities draw ratings because it actually does. If you actually look at it,
he effectively is putting them. It's like when this is why, like, when I say, like, if AEW's creative is in the shitter, it's Tony Khan's fault. Not only is he the president, but he is the head of creative himself. He's put himself in that position. So therefore, for example, when they put certain talents in stories that don't make sense, if it ends up shit, it's his fault. It's not Jerry Lynn's fault. It's not Christopher Daniels' fault. It's not Kenny Omega's fault. It's Tony Khan's fault. Noah's head of creative, the head of creative in Noah is Marufuji and Takagi. Takagi and Marufuji are the vice presidents of Noah, but they are the head of creative. If anything goes to shit in Noah, it's down to them. In TNA, the head of creative is Carlos Silva, the cuck of wrestling. It's Tommy Dreamer and Delirious. All 3 of them are in charge of TNA's creative. Not NXT's bullshit, although to be fair, they let NXT run roughshod on TNA anyway. But the creative problems in TNA are those 3 cunts' faults. Same with to be fair, Ring of Honor, even though Paul White actually runs it from a day-to-day basis, the problems in Ring of Honor is Tony Khan's fault. But they're actually doing relatively okay. So,
apart from holding Athena hostage, there.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But when I see people saying, "Oh, I feel sorry for Triple H," no.
Why?
No, no. He's the head of creative. That's the job that he's wanted since 2011. He's got the job, and he's done nothing with it since he got the job in 2021 or whenever he got the job. He has done nothing but being a failure. He's a failure. His creative needs to die. He needs to retire and fuck off to the White House and stay there. End of. Job done. Now fuck off, you bald prick.
Well, it's not going to be as good as when Triple H is down and then TKO comes back, because you'll end up getting fucking worse.
Whoever gets the job after him, I hope it's someone who has a bit of balls between their legs, and it's someone like William Regal.
It's not going to change with him in charge either. It's just going to be TKO getting in his ear next. Oh, look at me. Can we have 4, 5, 6 fucking celebrities on the card next week? Can we get Eminem versus fucking Jay-Z, isn't it?
But the reality is, though, it's not them in their ear. It's their company. But the only person who can effectively tell Triple H what to do is Nick Khan. But Nick Khan has said, "I don't get involved with him. It's just his creative." People just love to blame TKO because TKO set their ticket prices. Yes, they do.
Well, the way I see it, TKO may be telling him that he needs to do this, but he listened, so he's just as bad.
He's got no backbone, but it's his creative. He says himself, he is the chief executive officer or whatever it is of talent. That's his role. He's head of creative.
But you can't create anything, me.
Exactly. This is why people blame Vince. To be fair, even Vince Russo and at times was an absolute melon, but he wasn't always head of creative in some companies. But when he was to blame, he still blamed him.
Yeah.
It's something, funnily enough, you said earlier on as a Twitter response to me, mate, and it's absolutely true. There's something that you responded to one of my tweets earlier on about going out and touch grass, and I responded to you by saying, I think people have just forgotten what it means to hold people accountable, or people need to remember what it means to make things different. People love to just say it's not this person's fault, it's someone else's fault. Hold the people in the jobs accountable, and if you hold them accountable, they'll start actually realizing, oh shit, I must do better. I don't know how hard that is for people. Like, it's almost like they're afraid to hold XYZ accountable. Like, the media are afraid to say it's Triple H's fault because they'll lose their
You know
press
what it
stuff.
is? They act like they're too afraid to call it up because they act like their opinion matters.
But
to
they'll
these
gladly
companies.
call out someone else's fault because it makes sense. No,
Yeah.
just do it. Just call everybody out. It doesn't make you a fake fan. It makes you a real fan.
I still think that Triple H is getting screwed. What happened to his NXT? Absolutely bummed.
His NXT as well. People, I'm gonna bring this one up as well. I'm actually kind of glad someone brought up his NXT. His NXT was just as shit. Like black and gold NXT. I'm sorry, but for me that was overrated. Like, and the reason why I say it's overrated is because you had months where the TV was good, the takeovers were shit. Then fast forward, the takeovers were good. Then the TV was shit, and then you had good months where both of them were great. The reason why he got less criticism for NXT is because hardly anybody was watching, and that as well.
No, it's because the main roster was terrible. So anything would be better in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, you're saying that mostly NXT takeovers were shit or there was good. The weekly shows were shit or good. Technically, that's like this day and age is AEW then. Because most of the pay-per-views are good. The pay-per-views are shit. The weekly shows are shit. And the weekly shows are sometimes good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for Vince McMahon getting his dirty hands on NXT Black and Gold, destroying what Triple H created, having Triple H fucking go through all the fucking heart disease crap, what he ever had, the heart thing, what he ever had, I don't know what he had. If it wasn't for Vince doing that to Triple H wouldn't be doing what he's doing now in this pressure. I know what NXT Black and Gold was completely different to what it is on the main roster. It's a big stage between the NXT Black and Gold to what the main roster is now. It's totally different. I get that, but with all the Triple H hate, Vince McMahon technically said this: if it isn't my creation, let's kill something that isn't my created, what I didn't create. So Vince came into NXT Black and Gold, what Triple H built from the ground up with Dusty Rhodes, Shawn Michaels, Matt Bloom, everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And said, hey, let's destroy what Triple H created because I didn't create that. So Vince came in, destroyed Black and Gold. Triple H went and had that heart disease stuff, which, in my opinion, caused that through that. And then all the emails or whatever that what went on with the all weird shit about that woman and Vince went out. Vince got fired. Triple H went in charge.
Yep.
And then TKO got took over. In my opinion, TKO said, Triple H, we're doing this or you're out. Basically, our rules are out. Triple H got in charge of the booking. TKO said, I want all these celebrities because celebrities draw money. Triple H is okay, whatever, because TKO is in charge. Triple H he's got all this stuff, like, he's really like, what?
He's still
stressed as fuck, basically, doing all this stuff because TKO's saying, oh, well, let's just do this.
But the reality of it is, though, is he is still responsible for all the creative. He's still responsible. And it's even funnier that one of his best friends who used to be in WWE said the exact same thing. They said, Road Dogg said it. Him and Triple H had disagreements about how talents creative are used. And he's like, you know what? I'm out.
The reason that is because Triple H has been around his father-in-law for too much time, and he technically just what's the saying?
He's got no
actually technically brought in Vince's habits. Basically, Triple H did that.
Triple H has got no individual thinking. He's got no stories. He's made no stories to WWE since he's got the job. Judgment Day, Bloodline, still going. They were all Vince stories. And they're still going. Like, Cody Rhodes' return, Cody Rhodes getting WWE champion, that was a Vince story. All of that. He might not be there, but they were his stories. Like, it's the reality of, like, he's got nothing to him. Now, could he try something different? Maybe. Will he? No. He's done. Like, there's nothing he can do that can save his job as a head of creative in WWE. The clock is turning, and when the clock strikes 12, bang, between the eyes. That's him. Done. His creative he's finished. The difference is, I've been saying it since he got the job that I knew it was. I didn't like since he got the job. I was like, I don't believe in him. I genuinely do not believe that he was going to do anything at all. And his first pay-per-view for me proved that. He only had one good match at his first pay-per-view, and that was Clash at the Castle in Wales. And that was the Sheamus versus Gunther match. I was there for that. That was the only good thing he's done. There's nothing that says. The only thing I will say, you brought up, like, there were some good things about NXT. He had some good stuff. Like, Adam Cole was great for him. Finn Balor was great for him. Then he got into the main roster and they turned him into clowns. Mm-hmm. Like, he had nailed on, and then it's almost like he just ruins things, and it's a shame because some of the talent NXT that he had were genuinely great. It's just the consistency of the booking was horseshit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't care about NXT Black and Gold. The only part of NXT Black and Gold I cared about was maybe the first 2.5 years. And then after that, I just wasn't interested. The Undisputed Era saved NXT Black and Gold for me.
The reason why everyone liked Black and Gold because they got sick and tired of main roster, Vince.
Oh, the main roster was horrible. The only good part about that main roster during Black and Gold era for me was either Seth Rollins and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
That was it for me. Rollins, when he was doing TV matches and pay-per-view matches every week as world champion until he got injured, and AJ, that was it.
Right, shall we get into the rest of the Sakura Genesis review then?
Yeah,
because we don't actually have that much time now.
Yeah, we've only got half an hour. Actually, I wanted to answer one question first from Fernando. Says, why won't New Japan do weekly shows for television? It's not their style.
Talent.
It's not their style, is it?
Plus, they don't have enough talent or time.
No, I'm not drinking cola. I'm drinking tropical Pepsi Max. Yes. The repetitiveness is bad for any company.
You know that we could call Reece Pepsi Reece instead of Pepsi Phil, can't we?
The only difference is at least I'm not fragile. I mean, psychologically, you could probably say I am, but I've got a label for it. But physically, enough. Although if my back gives out, then yeah, I suppose.
Trademark that.
And you're not old either.
I'm not
Quick
old.
Trademark it.
What, Pepsi Reece? Lol.
Yeah.
I'll just put it on my new character's shirt. That'll do. Once the bloody logo limit runs out.
If Roman Reigns saw you, instead of saying you're old, he'd tell you you're young.
If Roman Reigns saw me, I would punch him in the face and tell him that you suck. and then I would say Billy wants you to touch him again. The same people who had a meltdown about Ricochet said a few weeks ago are silent about the recent news when Nick Khan known everything Vince McMahon was doing.
Just to be fair, you kind of have to take everything that she's saying with a pinch of salt, and you've also got to consider the timing of when she's saying it.
Yeah, and also there's one other thing as well that really has to matter. You cannot compare Ricochet insulting someone with a very severe condition, which is horrible, to Nick Khan knowing what Vince McMahon was doing with someone who it's not particularly great. It's totally different. However, nobody is actually silent about Nick Khan and Vince because we've consistently called out the whole situation. But so are other people on social media, so I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
Ricochet is trying to play a heel character, which he's doing, so I don't have a problem. It depends on what you're saying. No, that's the problem.
And also, here's another thing. Janelle Grant is not as innocent as people claim. And I debunked this, a month ago, Josiah? Was that a month ago back?
Yeah. About that, yeah.
Janelle Grant is not as innocent as people claim. And neither is Vince, by the way. Like, Vince actually, to some elements, there's parts where Vince is actually innocent, and Janelle Grant is just a lying, money-grabbing bitch. However, there's other elements where she's genuinely in the wrong for what Vince did to her and Johnny Ace.
They all have with each other, really.
Yeah. She is guilty for the fact that she misled information she released to the feds, but also he's also guilty for the fact that he did a lot of shit that is genuinely disgusting to her and also the Ring Boys. Two wrongs don't make a right, but they're all bad as each other. And if you don't believe me, you can go and look. You can go and look. It is horrible. And if you don't need me to prove it, I can easily just get Katherine to give you all the receipts as well.
She's about as old as the host character.
Yeah, pretty much. Katherine is old, but she at least knows what she's talking about as well, which is very essential. But anyway, why are we talking about this scandal? This is New Japan.
Because Fernando brought it up, I guess.
Cool. Anyway, let's get back to what really matters. Steelchair Court. But before I do that, we've got to...
It's going to be absolutely fantastic, this. Can't wait to debate with you two. Yeah, this is what the podcast is all about.
We're about to. The last...
it's less of a debate and more of you apologising for half an hour.
I don't need to apologise with the statement I'm going to tell you guys, because I have a point. You may have a point as well. This is what the podcast is about. So let's get to it.
It's time for Steelchair Court, and there's only one sound that justifies Steelchair Court. So let's make it genuinely relevant. Steelchair Court. Now,
you had to do me in with the fucking Pop Goes the Weasel, didn't you?
Things have to be done. Things have to be done.
That was the debate, shall we? This is what we're here for, guys. So
yeah,
you two first.
The debate is quite simple, and I'm going to label it appropriate.
Temple was right or wrong. We can't say right or wrong because it's not factual evidence.
No, we're going to do it fairly. We're going to do it very fairly. There's your banner. Wait, we're not going to be insulting here. We're actually going to do it correctly. The banner was Reece and Josiah right, or was Temple right? And we're going to present this very carefully. So we'll present our case, and then after that, Temple will present his case. So let's begin. Callum Newman. We said during the New Japan Cup.
Hold on.
Actually, no, it goes back before.
Let me do something quickly.
What are you doing? Oh God! Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to do one thing.
I'll let you do it once. Dan, you cunt.
Oh no.
Whoa. No one said that. Where are you getting this from? No one said that. And if anyone has said that, then they're definitely bizarre. Anyway, what have you shared? Okay, all right. I'll let you have that one. Okay, now we said we were going to present a case, so let's begin. So this started timeline wise around Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom. We were given high praise to Callum Newman, to which Temple, fair point. I mean, it is his opinion. Got fair bit annoyed, very disappointed actually that we were praising him, overly praising him, I should say, because he felt that Callum Newman didn't deserve it, was being overly praised, overly pushed, and wasn't giving anything significant to
his character.
His character, which is very fair. To which I said, and I came back at you on this, and to be fair, we did it fairly, and we're going to do the exact same today. I came back at you saying, no, his Prince character is him all about taking control of United Empire after the departure of Will Ospreay, after he's went to AEW. It's about him now taking the fold and showing that he is the right front man, whereas Andrade is the financial backer. And you said, no, it should be Jake Lee. And I said, no, that's fair, because, again, we all like Jake Lee on this channel. But I said it makes sense for Callum Newman to be in charge of the faction, and you'll see why throughout the year. So then we get to New Japan Cup, where it does depend on where he gets. And this is where I will praise you. You said if he doesn't win this, then he's proven you wrong. He's not going to be anything. To which we came back on saying, and if he wins the New Japan Cup and doesn't win the world title, then he's going nowhere. To which we came back at you saying, even if he gets to semi-finals, that's still enough to prove that he's got the potential to be a top star in New Japan, provided he continues to evolve his character. And to be fair, I think on all elements, he's proven us all right. So, well, he's proved us right, and he's kind of proved you wrong and right at the same time, Temples. It's kind of funny. Yeah. So, he's now won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
He's the leader.
Yep, yeah. He smashed Shinsuke Nakamura's record, which was set 23 years ago, which is outstanding. He's now, which is kind of ironic because he's 23 years old. So
Nakamura's 46 years old.
Exactly. So Callum Newman has won the New Japan Cup. He's won the title from Tsuji using the low blow as well, which is elements of a heel, which I'm really grateful for.
He's done a Naito.
He's done a Naito, which is exactly the best way to win a championship in New Japan. At which point, he's now shown why he's the rightful leader. He's now shown why he can now take United Empire on to be the top faction as a heel faction in New Japan. And he's done it a year in advance of what I'd hoped. So I'll let Josiah add to this, and then we'll let you have the floor. So Josiah, continue.
Right. So my first point here is, you said all the way at the start, this man has no character development.
At the start, he didn't.
But throughout the whole of 2025, that was essentially his character development. 2024,
go on.
2024, he was the young boy. 2025 was where he won the tag titles, and then Jeff Cobb decided to leave. And at that point, that's where he decided that he was just going to take over and do things his way. And that's where his character began developing. And throughout this period, the 2025, I'd say the G1 is where you first started to see this more aggressive Callum Newman.
He was outshone
And
by
then
two people. Like before, let's add
Yeah.
to this first. However, he was outshone by Yuya Umura and Drilla Maloney. Let's not forget those two were our shining talents of the G1.
Yeah.
Before we say anything else, let's
we'll
just make that
say
clear.
that. Yeah. But and as you can say, the reason that we're not talking about them is because this isn't about them.
Yes.
So yeah, the G1 was where you started to see the shoots of the prince, basically.
Mhm.
Then you get to I believe that this whole feud started pretty much after the G1.
Mm-hmm.
Because Finlay was directionless after he didn't win the G1, obviously.
Embarrassing.
And then they started doing this whole unaffiliated thing where they combined with each other and became friends for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
And then
Which was
this
kind
is
of
where,
cool, though. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
and then this is where the main gripe began, because Callum Newman still held a grudge against the War Dogs for how they basically killed the original incarnation of the United Empire. So he was basically taking this whole stance of, well, you basically sent all of my friends away, so you shouldn't be able to have any either.
Which is a great justifiable point.
So he then went from this plucky, happy to be there character to this aggressive, more assertive person, to now becoming the spiteful, hateful person.
He became a killer.
Yeah. He essentially became everything that people said that he wasn't capable of being.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you have the Wrestle Kingdom thing where they basically just brutalize Hiromu because he's a junior and he can't beat heavyweights. You have obviously the New Year's Dash where Ospreay returned, and this here was the key, because it would have been very easy for Callum Newman to just be like everyone else did and just go back, because Ospreay's back and he said that he's coming back. It would have been very easy for him to just fall back into the whole I'm just happy to be your young boy. But instead he basically told him that if this is how it's going to be, we're not doing this your way now, because you haven't been here, so I'm in charge now, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then so that's where the real shift of his character came, because like Temple was right in the sense that until the Ospreay return happened, there was no real evidence that his personal circumstances had changed. He had just been at the point of that reacting to the situations that he'd been put into.
Yes.
But he never had the opportunity to actually show that he personally had changed until New Year's Dash, where Ospreay showed up.
Yeah.
And then from that, he basically took the confidence that he got from that to basically getting Ospreay to agree that when he comes back, he will come back in support. He took the confidence of that to then go and do what Ospreay couldn't do, which was get rid of Bullet Club.
Exactly.
And then from there, it's just been a wave of momentum that you just can't stop. So that essentially has been the whole 180 of Callum Newman.
Yeah.
Right, good analysis there, yeah. Great. Do you like my input now?
No, this is definitely your opportunity. Like I said,
this is the perfect time for you to come in now.
Okay, so when did you think that the Callum Newman character started? Because I think it started very early.
It started for me. For me, it started after they had to vacate the titles because Jeff Cobb left.
Yeah.
I think
Because this was the second time that he'd had to vacate a title because of someone else either leaving or getting injured.
And being selfish, basically.
Yeah.
Right. This is my take on this. Do you
Go on.
guys remember the Bullet Club War Dogs versus United Empire, that cage match that he had?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say.
Dog
You're gonna
pound
say that
cage
this character
match.
started. You're gonna say that this character started when they handcuffed him to the cage and made him watch.
This entire Callum Newman new character started when the War Dogs tied Callum Newman up
Yep.
and watched his king get beat up by David Finlay, the leader of now Unbound Company. Callum saw his king get beat up. Ospreay, what did he do next?
He left.
He left, meaning he left Callum Newman. Callum Newman thought, well, Ospreay left me. What an arsehole. He technically got beat up whilst I was watching technically my best friend get kicked the fuck out of and left New Japan Pro Wrestling and went to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
There's one.
Yep. Agreed. Yeah, no, I think that's a fair analysis, yeah.
One friend left. Jeff Cobb and Newman won the tag titles. Jeff Cobb left. Two friends gone.
Mm-hmm.
Aussie Open. What did they do?
I mean, to be fair, with Aussie Open, they left before he even got there.
Yeah, but you could call it 4 people left his brotherhood, family, United Empire. 4 people, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then he had to obviously win the tag titles twice with Great O'Khan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They lost them in their first title defense. So technically, he thought, "Fuck it." One of my another close friends lost us the tag titles, basically. Okay. We fast forward to obviously you said Wrestle Kingdom.
Yep.
What happened at Wrestle Kingdom?
They absolutely destroy Takahashi.
Yeah.
Just destroyed him.
What? Yeah, destroyed Hiromu Takahashi.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, what happened to Callum Newman in the cage?
He's the one that dished it, yeah.
He was the dished it. Callum Newman was seeing flashbacks. What happened to him? It happened to Hiromu Takahashi. What was Callum Newman before he was a heavyweight?
A junior.
A junior, just like Hiromu Takahashi's a junior, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's Wrestle Kingdom. New Year's Dash. What happened at New Year's Dash?
Callum Newman becomes a heavyweight.
Callum Newman becomes a heavyweight. What happened actually at Wrestle Kingdom? The introducing a how many members?
It was about
well, there
4.
was
Andrade joins as the Andrade joined as the financial backer. Jake Lee returned as the surprise member, and then you had like Hanari return and all that madness.
Yeah.
So
What did Jake Lee do to his previous?
Well, technically, there was only one join because Andrade had been revealed beforehand.
Yeah, so Jake Lee was basically of a member of what faction?
Bullet Club.
War Dogs, yeah. What's Andrade to United Empire?
The financial backer.
Just the financial backer.
But what company does he actually wrestle for?
AEW.
What did Will Ospreay do?
Went to AEW.
Went to AEW.
Yeah, right. Let's fast forward to the New Japan Cup. Who won the New Japan Cup?
Callum Newman on his own.
Who did he beat?
Yuya Uemura.
Who's Yuya Uemura?
New Japan Youngblood. Well, Young Lion.
What generation would you think Yuya Uemura is? Tanahashi, yeah?
No.
No.
I still think that's
the looks wise, the dreadlocks, the look, Tanahashi.
I think
okay?
I would say Oyo is more that than Yuya. I think Yuya's different. You know,
Right, Callum Newman won the New Japan Cup, right, off Yu Uemura. Yu Uemura is technically our generation's Hiroshi Tanahashi. Leading to this, on this same night, what happened in the six-man tag? Callum Newman,
six-man tag.
Yeah, in the six-man tag with Will Ospreay was in it. Hanare, Great O'Khan.
Okay.
What happened? What
Well,
did
they
Will
won.
Ospreay
They
stop
won.
Great O'Khan and Hanare do?
They went and spoke for help. They made the tag team title. They made the six-man tag title challenge.
What did they actually do in the match where Will Ospreay said stop doing it?
Oh, they attacked Desperado. And
What did Will Ospreay shout to David?
This is not how we
tied up.
This is not how we do things anymore.
We do things.
Yeah, what did he say in the cage match back in the day? In that cage match,
brutality that was past his control.
Same thing, basically.
Yeah, like it doesn't work for him anymore. Although we've got a funny argument that's coming up very soon that might convince you on something. But carry on.
Yeah.
All right. Six-man tag led into the main event. What did Callum Newman do before he won the match? He cheated.
He used the low blow, yeah. Shoved the ref, then hit the low blow. Like, it was well done, to be fair. I stand by it. It was done really well. Although
did Will Ospreay come out?
He was there the whole time.
He was there. Yeah.
Will Ospreay was the only one told to stay at ringside.
Callum Newman should have done something that should have happened. Callum Newman should have never become the prince. He won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. He never is the prince. That night, he became king. All of his brothers left him. Okay? Will Ospreay left to AEW. Callum Newman become the king, no longer the prince. I think at the end of that championship match,
underrated.
Callum Newman should have turned on his so-called king, Will Ospreay, and said, "Why did you leave me? Why did you go to AEW and leave me all alone with these dogs, war dogs?"
It's fair.
But he to be fair, he did explain why he left them.
For the money, basically.
Yeah.
So Callum Newman could have become the king on this night and not a prince. He could have become what can I say? Darth Vader of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
This is where I can now come back at you on, and this is what I've been waiting.
And don't forget who interfered into the who did we see on this night as well, revealing a AEW shirt?
Gabe Kidd, who's still technically on the New Japan roster.
And was he was a part of the cage match?
Yeah, because he's partially responsible for why Alex Kaufman's retired.
And that's why the reason why Will Ospreay left New Japan and Sakura Genesis was the crowning moment of Callum Newman. And those idiots on social media who think that New Japan do not tell stories. I've just told you a fucking one about 3 years in a advanced storyline on a podcast.
But this is where I'm now going to give you an ultimate reaction. And I'm going to give something back to you that I think you've just been waiting to hear. Now, you spoke about what Callum Newman should have turned heel. Fair. That's fair in that way. I'm now going to give you an opposite angle, and I want you to tell me what you honestly think, all right? And then after that, the chat can decide, and then we'll wrap up. But this is just all I wanted to present to you, okay? Gabe Kidd returns in an AEW shirt, and he attacks Yota Tsuji, which kind of overshadows Callum win in the first place because the global title should have been taken from Yota before the world title. But digress. That happened. Shingo Takagi's now stepped up like he did against Will Ospreay, and he's now become the first challenger to Callum Newman. But Will Ospreay has nobody stateside where that can effectively help him against the Death Riders. So this is where I'm going to now present something different to you and see what you think. Callum Newman's going to agree to help Will Ospreay with the Death Rider situation back in stateside before he returns to New Japan. He's going to return to New Japan as the king of the United Empire, but standing beside him is going to be the Will Ospreay that Callum Newman will corrupt, and he will turn heel, and therefore Will Ospreay will become the king of AEW as a heel. Therefore, you will have Callum Newman as the king of the Empire, and you will have Will Ospreay as the corrupted king of AEW, where they both stand together as the world champions of their respective promotions, where United Empire are the running of the global promotions. He will run New Japan. Will Ospreay will run AEW, where they will both effectively be the top heels of the faction, but the one outliner is they will answer to Callum. Will stand alone, but when he needs someone with him, he will call Callum, and then Callum will send whoever he feels necessary to stand with Will. Will has no friends in AEW, but like Callum said, like Canary said, they have friends elsewhere. It'll lead to that. It'll lead to Fletcher leaving the Don Callis family. He will get in line. He will be on the Will Ospreay side of the AEW equivalent of United Empire.
Mike Davis.
Yep, and they will run AEW. Callum Newman will run New Japan as the heel king of United Empire. That's why I've been waiting for you to... That's why I said they've got stories that are linking together between New Japan and AEW. That's why I was waiting to tell you this, so I can hear what you think, because I think Will Ospreay is not only going to turn heel, he's going to turn heel after Josiah made a fair point. He thinks it's going to be Death Riders versus United Empire, Anarchy in the Arena, Double or Nothing. Therefore, you will get Will Ospreay as a heel world champion beating babyface Kenny Omega. That's what I think is going to... That's what we kind of think is going to happen. So, in all the elements, we're kind of right, but we want to hear what you think before we wrap up.
I do want to say, just for the whole purpose of how the storyline goes, this won't necessarily be a lengthy heel run, because I do envision at some point Callum Newman is going to go completely out of control, and then at some point the people that are on Callum Newman's side are going to go to Will and be like, look, you need to come and deal with this guy, basically.
And when he does, this is where I think we're all right in this sense. When he does this, Callum will end Will for good.
No, I actually don't think so.
He will. I have a weird feeling that when that happens, when Will decides enough is enough, I think what happened to Jay White because of David Finlay is going to happen to Will Ospreay because of Callum Newman, and Callum will not be United Empire. It will just be himself as the king of New Japan.
I see it differently, because I think by this point Callum would have already lost the title back to Suji.
I think even if he does, I don't think it'll be for long.
What I can see happening is this whole situation probably will end with Ospreay winning, but in a way kind of saving Callum Newman from himself.
So what
do you think on that, Temple? By the way,
it's a good opinion. Yeah, it's a good opinion, but I feel that Callum Newman's title win, I'm not saying it was poor, it was very good how they did it, but I just feel that it needed that Callum Newman turning an Ospreay there and then. You know, they're saying whatever stays in Vegas stays in Vegas, but my saying is whatever stays in Japan stays in fucking Japan, because Callum Newman is going to... I wanted Callum Newman to just drop Ospreay on his head.
It makes sense, but I also feel like at this moment in time, I don't feel like Callum's the type where he's going to I feel like at this moment in time, I feel like Callum isn't going to refuse to help, but he is definitely going to get to the point where how much help is enough when he just goes, that's it. You know what I mean? And then that's when everything goes to shit. That's why I feel like he will not. I feel like he's biding his time. And when he bides his time, he'll wait for the right moment and then he'll pull the trigger. And when he does, I think in ways we're all kind of right, but can you now finally admit that you were wrong about Callum? At least that, and we'll admit that we were wrong, and we will admit we were wrong on some things as well.
I was wrong on some things, but I just feel I'm just probably different to where I want a said aftermath of a match to go, basically.
I think that's fair. Guys in the chat, before we depart, what do you think? And remember, Lipsticks and Lariats podcast starts in 15 minutes.
Don't forget, in this wrestling industry about putting over the young youth.
Yeah, and Shingle.
Callum Newman's 23-year-old. Callum Newman turning on his protege. This is technically my version of what? Anakin Skywalker and what? Obi-Wan Kenobi.
But Obi-Wan Kenobi never put over Skywalker at all. He never did. In Star Wars, he never did. If you go back and watch, like, it completely skipped him.
Did you watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi series where I didn't kill Anakin Skywalker?
Yeah, therefore he didn't put himself over. He just took it. So
Callum should have said, "I didn't kill Will Ospreay. You did, because you left me to the wolves." Jeff Cobb left me.
True, but even still, he never actually. In some ways, he did leave, and he didn't leave him though. He was always keeping in. I think the only thing you can do though is you could masquerade that as a departure. I think that's what makes it really interesting, and that's why it makes the future of New Japan interesting. But they've got to make it count. That's one thing they've got to make it count.
Yeah,
especially because there are some people who don't like it's another Gaijin world champion over Suji, Suji's not enough time to have more defenses. But at the end of the day, I think his next reign's going to be better.
I actually made the argument about this on Twitter. I get that it is New Japan Pro Wrestling, but you do still need to push the Gaijins to be world champion, because if you don't do that, if you don't push them and they can see that your sole focus is just focusing on the Japanese talent, then they're all just going to go, well, what's the point in me being here if at the end of the day...
When people say that, they don't understand when people say, why did they always put over the Gaijins in Japan, they don't understand the technical fucking brilliance that they have in their brain when it comes to Japanese wrestling. The Gaijin was always and always will be the heel in Japan. AJ Styles did it good. Finn Balor, Ospreay was a good heel. Now Callum Newman.
To be fair, even Kenny Omega is a Gaijin. Like
Kenny Omega, the Gaijin Canadian, yeah.
Jay White.
I'm pretty sure the only Gaijin that hasn't been a heel is Zack Sabre Jr. When he was champion.
Yeah. He kind of was in between a heel and a babyface.
Not when he was champion, no. But before
after they won it back from Goto, however, you can make an exception because he was kicking the shit out of Goto.
Yeah.
Like he was pure kicking the shit out of him, I suppose. But like the one thing is for sure though is other podcasts won't give you a straight debate like this. The Just Free Guys podcast will. So there you go. And notice how none of us are arguing. None of us are swearing at each other. None of us are saying their opinion doesn't matter. We've made our fair points. We've actually made it more fun. At the end of the day, we all went to court and we all came out on the other side. And that's a ruling. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Lipsticks and Lariats podcast kicks off in 10 minutes. We're going to depart. I'm going to set up the stream link. Nikki and Katherine will be here shortly. So do stick around for them, where who knows what they're going to talk about, but we're going to find out.
Gents, be talking about Pat McAfee, Katherine.
And also, guys, if you want to go and hit the like button, subscribe to Weekly Steelchair, all that bull crap. If you want to get your more own opinions in the comments and get our opinions about the Callum Newman stuff in the comments, feel free to do so as well.
Absolutely.
Check the room.
Absolutely.
And
Go
the
and
best
check
thing
out
about this,
everyone else's pods as well.
because this is a rare double stream, the best thing about this is you guys don't have to go anywhere.
Yep.
Exactly. All you got to do is just refresh.
Just stay in the chat and
Exactly.
refresh.
Exactly. So go and check out Nick Club Happy Hour, where you can find Nikki. Go check out Graps TV. Go check out the Mid Podcast, which is Catherine's. Check out Temple Plays as well. All of ours, and then do subscribe here. And end of the day, if you don't like our content, that's fine. But at least we're not going to brainwash you.
Or if it's not your cup of tea, let somebody else drink it.
Exactly. Or in Dan's case, pass on illnesses and prepare for quiz, but Billy will lose. In the meantime, thanks, guys, and we'll hit a cold breaker on the way out. See you later.